The following is a lecture on the topic humility given by Shriman KratuDas Adhikari in Toronto.
Humility is very necessary in order to make advancement in spiritual life. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed us, Trunadapi sunichena taroreva saisnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. The humility is measured by four things. What are those four things? Trunadapi sunichena. How much you consider yourself more lower than you think. So before I talk about these things, humility, vinamrata, namrata, namra, and vinamra. So in order to progress in spiritual life, this is very necessary. If we are adamant, proud, hard-hearted, then only suffering is waiting for us. Why? Because it will be hindrance to our march towards Krishna. In order to chant Hare Krishna, we must be very, very humble. And humble means taking less than what you deserve. Taking less than you deserve means you deserve a lot, but you're taking less. Just like many examples given, Lord Chaitanya, he was Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he deserves all honor. But when he went to Prakasananda Saraswati's assembly in Varanasi, he sat down in the filthy place where they take their shoes out. So he deserves a lot. He deserves probably and he did take up that seat in that assembly, but he didn't take it up right away. He remained very humble. So he's a Supreme Personality of Godhead and sitting in a place where they take their shoes out. So this is humble. Opposite to humility is arrogant. Arrogant. I am right and you are wrong. My way and highway. You follow my way, otherwise you hit the highway. And so many things like that. There is only one way, and that is Krishna and Guru's way. Whatever Krishna likes, whatever Guru likes, that is my way. Leaving aside all false ego, leaving aside, humility attracts the attention of Lord. Without becoming humble, we cannot progress in spiritual life. The more humble one is, the more spiritually elevated he is. Because we are being humiliated every minute. The biggest humiliation is that we have this material body, which is totally place of or cause of ignorance. Sarir avidya jal. Sarir avidya jal. Total ignorance. So, useless concept for living entity to think that he is the body. And when you think that I am the body, then false ego starts, abhiman. Swabhiman. I am big degree holder, big position holder, big money holder, big hoarder, hoarding everything, increasing false ego, abhiman. So this Krishna doesn't like. This he doesn't like. Why? Because by not being humble, arrogant, or me and mine, self-centered, we tend to think that we are the controller. But real controller is Krishna. He is a real controller. Maya Dyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sacharacharam Hetunanena Kaunteya Jagadvi Parivartate. He is a real controller, whether we know it or not. We are being controlled by not Krishna, by Maya, illusory potency of Krishna. And that's a problem. So humiliation means I have this material body and I think I am the body. We are bright, we are spiritual, highest degree, topmost degree, that's what we are. And we are accepting ourselves as a material body. That's humiliation. Wrong conception. And from this wrong conception, all mistakes, all wrong things starts. Because 1 plus 1 is equal to 3, the first mistake, after then whatever you do is all mistake. So this is the first mistake. We think that we are the body. And false ego, I am right, I am me, mine. And that spoils our devotion to Krishna. That spoils our constitutional position. That spoils our relationship with Krishna and his devotees, especially his devotees, because we think we are the great. So that's a big problem. Big problem. For ourselves first. Big problem for us, ourselves. You cannot approach Krishna with this kind of mood. Trunadapi sunichena taroreva saislana amanina mahadya. Then you can approach Krishna. So humility means taking less than what we deserve. But 99% of the time we take more, or we would like to take more than we deserve. Then you are crossing the line and entering into another side called ahamkar. Ahankar. Ahankare mattahaya. Then Radha Krishna Pasarya. Asatyera Satya Karimani. Ahamkara matta, pramatta, unmat, intoxicated. Ahankara matta, hayya. And what we do first thing when we are having fat, false ego, the first thing we do is Radha Krishna Pasarya, and I am having that position. I am the one. I am having the position of Krishna. I am the controller. Ishwaroham, aham bhogi, siddhoham balvan sukhi. I am Ishwar. I am Balwan. I am knowledgeable. I am right. Everybody else is wrong. Ahankare matta hayya. Matta. Intoxicated. Ahankare matta hayya Radha Krishna pasarya. The first thing you do in Ahankar is you forget about Radha Krishna. I am Radha Krishna. I am the God. Ishwaroham. I am the God. So, leave it. I am the God, you leave it. You are not the God. You cannot control your body, your mind. You cannot control anything. And you want to become a controller of whole creation. So that is Ahankar. Ahankare mattaya. The first thing you do when you have false ego, you forget about Radha Krishna. I am the Ishwar. Radha Krishna pasarya. And what we do? Asatyara satya karimani. Whatever is asatya, we think that is satya. I am body, that is asat. Ahankare mattaya Radha Krishna pasarya. Asatyara satya karimani. And whatever is not truth, we think this is truth. I am just a minute, small, insignificant living entity. But we think I am equal or above Krishna. It is a big cause of our distress, big cause of our all problems. So when you are humble, you become very light, and you rise and you fly on the highest level in the sky and go back to home, back to Godhead. That false ego makes you heavy, and you go down. Heavy goes down, and where you wind up? In a hell. That's the lowest position, going to hell. So we have to become light. The more you give up false ego, the more lighter you become, and more you can rise from this mundane material level. So humility means taking less than what we deserve. That is humility, and this humility everybody likes. A humble person who does not like humble person, who is mopping, cleaning and distributing prasad or doing menial seva, juta seva, and does whatever is told immediately, and smiling face under all circumstances, inviting everybody into his heart and house also. So this is humility. So this is a secret of success in spiritual life. And that's why Lord Chaitanya, in his 8th sloka, he mentioned this right in the middle. Trunadapi sunichena. One has to become more humble than a straw in the street. The straw in the street has no value of any kind. You cannot sell straw on the street and get a cup of coffee. No value. And we have to think more lower. and more lower than a straw in the street. And then become more tolerant, most tolerant. We cannot tolerate anything. And biggest thing we cannot tolerate is, oh, you told me this, he told me this, or you told me, you ordered me this, you ordered me that. We cannot tolerate. I am the one, I am the center of all attraction. Suna trunadapi sunichena. Taroreva saisno. The tree is most tolerant. If you cut branch, still it will give you fruits and flowers and leaves and everything, shade. So if somebody cuts our hand and we say to him, thank you very much, you're very kind to me. Can we say that? Yes. Great spiritual personalities has exhibited this quality. Haridas Thakur was beaten up practically into 22 marketplaces. Beaten up by the soldiers. So he couldn't die even though he was beaten up. He couldn't die. So then, to save the soldiers who were beating him, he pretended as if he is dead, just to save them. Otherwise, king will punish them. Why didn't kill him? So he pretended himself just to save them who are beating him. Jesus Christ, his followers hang him on the cross, nail him down. So he is saying to Krishna, my dear Lord, they are innocent, ignorant, they don't know what they are doing. Please forgive them. This is humility. This is the upper limit of humility, and exhibited by many devotees, not just one or two in our sampradaya. We have to become very tolerant. And amanina, apani amani. Sakale manada apani amani. My dear Lord, let me give respect to every living entity. What to talk about devotees? Amanina, manadena. And not only to expect no respect for oneself, but giving respect to others. Other side of the limit. Always giving respect to others. Amanina manadena. And never expect any respect for oneself. Always giving respect. Even to insignificant living entity. Dogs and hogs and mosquitoes or any living entities. We should be giving respect to. Even the enemies. And if you practice this, you become totally blissful. Nothing can make you unhappy. Nothing. Bliss ever increases. Ever increases. So under such a state of mind, if you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna is reached. Krishna is reached. So, humility is defined in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, dainya. When unhappiness, fearfulness, and the sense of having offended combine, one feels condemned. This sense of condemnation is described as dainya, dinata, humility. So when all these things happen, unhappiness, fearfulness, and the sense of having offended combined, one feels that I am disgusted, I am useless, You feel condemned. When somebody is humiliating you, you feel condemned. He's trying his best he's trying his best to condemn me. And you feel disgusted. Yes, I am lower than a straw in a street, and I'm less than a worm in a stool. Puri shera kita, hoy mui se lagist, jagai madai hoy mui se papist. When we feel more condemned, I'm wretched, who am I? Why they are putting up with me? I'm very, very disgusting. Myself is. So you feel condemned, but oh, why is telling me this? Why is telling me to do that? And why? Me and mine. Ahankare mattaya. So you feel condemned. We feel condemned. Who am I? I am Joblo. But we think, oh, I am the one. So it becomes hindrance to become Krishna conscious. Next is when one is subjected to such humility, he feels physically inactive. He apologizes and his consciousness is disturbed. His mind is also restless and many other symptoms are visible. When one is subjected to humility, he feels physically inactive. Rather, people become physically active. Mind, what can I do? How can I beat him up? How can you become more active, no? But physically you become quiet, cool-headed, level-headed. But we lose our balance. We lose our temper. We lose our mind. So that is not humility. He apologizes. Arrogant person will not apologize. I am right. You are wrong. And because you are wrong, I will never cooperate with you. Let's fight. Ajao. Let's have a battle, good battle. This is very disturbing to yourself first. The first thing will happen is you will get disturbed first. The other party may not, or maybe. So he doesn't apologize, arrogant, and his consciousness is disturbed. Rather than one meditation, how can I kill him? How can I defeat him? How can I make him understand? How everybody can come on my side and we can gang up on him? He becomes disturbed. He makes plan how to defeat, how to prove him false. So asantasya kuto sukham. And when you become asant, then dukh starts. Distress starts. And that distress remains forever. So he doesn't apologize. Better apologize. I'm sorry. I did big blunder, big mistake. Please forgive me. And I'll never do that again. And you don't do that again. Otherwise, ping pong ball again. So he doesn't apologize and his conscience is disturbed and his mind is also restless. Mind is planning how to defeat him, kill him, hurt him, gang up, union. Consciousness is disturbed. His mind is also restless and many other symptoms are visible. This is Rupa Goswami's writing, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Srila Prabhupada says humility means that one should not be anxious to have the satisfaction of being honored by others. So we should not be very anxious to have honor. I am. Everybody should respect me, honor me. That's humility. The material conception of life makes us very eager to receive honor from others. But from the point of view of a man in perfect knowledge who knows that he is not this body, anything, honor or dishonor pertaining to this body is useless. So this is humiliation, thinking that I am the body, material body, which is cause of all pain. Material body is cause of all pain. It's a covering, material covering on the soul. We are spirit soul, Satchidanand. We are totally blissful, Anand. But material body covering covers that bliss. And that bliss goes away from us. Even though we are bliss. But it is covered up. Bliss covers up and distress starts. And false ego also starts from that point that I am the body. I am higher caste, I am beautiful, I am wealthy, I am healthy, I am educated. Janma Aishwarya Sruta Sribi. Yedman Mada Puman. Intoxication, Mad. Janma, Aishwarya, Sruta and Sri, beauty, makes one intoxicated with false ego. So, honor, he always anxious for receiving honor from others. But from the point of view of a man in perfect knowledge, who knows that he is not this body, anything, honor or dishonor pertaining to this body is useless. Honor and dishonor is for the body. You ugly, wretched old lady, describing her body. But when you say this to her, she becomes very distressful, disturbed. She wants to beat you up with her shoe because she thinks the body. So anything pertaining to this body is useless. And bodily expansion are mine. I am the body and bodily expansions are mine. No, nothing is yours. Even your body is not yours. Even your mind is not yours. Everything belongs to Krishna. Isavashyam idam sarvam yat kinchit jagatam jagat ena tyaktena bhunjita magrada kasya siddhanam. Everything belongs to Krishna. Nothing is yours. False proprietorship produces false ego. So pure consciousness means I am spirit. I am spiritual. That's the first and foremost understanding. I am spiritual. Then if you are spiritual, Satchidanand, then all this garbage will be gone. Everything else is garbage. Sistastak trinadapi sunichena taroreva saisnamani namanadena kirtaniya sadahari. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind. Thinking oneself lower than a straw in a street, one should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. Ready to offer all respect to ant even others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. One must be above the material conception of life. When one thoroughly understands that he is not the material body, but a spirit soul, he is even humbler than a man of lower caste, for he is spiritually elevated. Whole point is body, material body. That's where everything, the mistake starts. All mistake starts with this mistake. I am the material body and I am right. My intelligence is right. My feelings are right. Material body, wrong conception. Wrong conception. Sanatana Goswami at first meeting with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was a prime minister of half the India, Gaudadesh, south to north Bengal. He was a chief minister, prime minister. But when he came to Lord Chaitanya took straw in the mouth. Straw in the mouth. Dante trunakam nidaya. Trunakam nidaya. दांतों में तृण लेके. What is that trin means? I am more lower than a straw in the street. Trun. I am more lower than straw. That's what it means. So this is the requirement for advancing in spiritual life. This is the requirement. And if you advance in spiritual life, you become blissful. You become light. You become peaceful, happy. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sanatan Goswami, ke ami kene amar jarita patrai, yaha nahi jani ami ke mane hita hai. He knew everything. He was Pandita Bhagavatam, Sanatan Goswami. For here in submission, feeling himself very humble, and he is asking, praying Lord Chaitanya, I don't know, who am I? The body or the soul? Sanatana gave up new blanket, new branded blanket, and accepted one old one. So Chaitanya Re Bhakta Vrinda Vairagya Pradhan. यहाँ देखी प्रसन्न या आनंद होना गौर भगवान. So Sanatan Goswami, he was not left, he didn't bring any opulence with him, not even a blanket, not even clothing proper. He was a very, very rich person. Attalika, Mahal, big. But he gave up everything and he didn't bring any opulence with him. But when he came on the way, his brother-in-law, he gave him this blanket, nice woolen, beautiful blanket. So he was wearing that blanket, and Lord Chaitanya always staring at blanket. This is not renunciation. You have to renounce this and become more humble. Humility, your humility hasn't reached to the limits. So he was staring, Lord Chaitanya was staring at him all the time. So then he went to the Ghat, Manikanika Ghat in Varanasi. They are meeting in Varanasi. So he went to the Ghat and traded his blanket for the torn quilt. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw that and he became very, very happy. Very happy. So this is humility. He deserves golden blanket. Sanatan Goswami deserves everything. But he gave up. Sat Goswami Astak Tyaktva Turnamashesha Mandalapati Srinim Sadatuchavat. They were Mandalpati, they were aristocrat, and they were the leader of many populace, whole kingdom. They were the leader. Tyaktva Turna. And they gave up this aristocracy just like you gave up this straw in the street. You don't hold on to the straw in the street. Give up. And you don't feel distressful by giving up that straw. Same thing. These Sat Goswamis, they give up everything, material, big, huge asset. Just like Trin, Tyaktva Turno Mashesha Mandalapati. pati srenim sada tuchyavat. By considering all this aristocracy, sada tuchyavat. Tyaktva turnamashesha mandalapati srenim sada tuchyavat. By considering it tuchyavat, once for all, they gave up everything. Just think about it. If you have billions of dollars, it will be today, whatever they had, at least $1 billion. At least. Just think about it. 1/4 of what they had in terms of money, 1/4 was whole boat full of gold. Gold coin, they were pure gold, 24 karat gold 500 years ago. A boat full. And that also he distributed. Who can do such a thing? So this is humility. Tyaktva turnamashesha mandalapati srenim sada tuchyavat bhuktva dina ganesha tu karunaya kopina kanthasrito. They became deen, humble, and kopin kanta. Ganesha tu karunaya kopina kanthasrito. They became meek and humble once for all. They didn't look back. I was aristocrat, wealthy, honored every minute. They didn't look back. They became meek and humble. Tyaktva turnamashesha mandalapati srenim sada tuchyavat bhuktva dina ganesha tu karunaya kopina kanthasrito. They accepted loin cloth, loin quilt, kopina kanthasrito. And what did they do? Gopi bhava rashamrita abdilahari kallol magnav muhur. Muhur. Again and again, barambar. They always immerse themselves into Gopi bhav. Gopi bhava rashamrita abdilahari kallol magnav muhur. Vande rupa sanatano raghuyugo Sri Jiva Gopalako. I said already, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat in the filthy places. Prakasana Saraswati says, Mahaprabhu, my dear sir, why are you sitting in that filthy place? Please come and sit with us. So, taking less than what you deserve. Humility of King Amrish. King Amrish was very humble. He was humiliated by Durvasa Muni. Just small little, not even a mistake, we cannot say mistake. He drank few drops of water to break this Ekadasi Parayan. And Durvasa, he became very angry at him. I am your guest, you are supposed to feed me first, instead you took first. So he pulled out his hair and created a big huge demoness, fiery demoness, to burn Amrish Maharaj. And Amrish Maharaj fully ran. Yes, I deserve the punishment. And he did not eat until Durvasa came back after 1 year to him. Then he fed